What's up, man? Welcome back to another video, dog. Before we do anything else, all praise to the Most High. Today we have how to knock someone out. How to knock anyone out, even if you like power. Now, last time I reacted to how to beat each body type or something like that, and a lot of y'all got mad at me because of the stuff that I was saying. But was I wrong though? If you fight a fat dude and you give him a sandwich, do you think he gonna still be mad at you? All right, look, bro. Anyway, let's get right into it.
People getting knocked out in fights with shots that didn't look that powerful. Let me show you how these knockouts actually happen and how you can create them using smart tricks.
Everybody look like Deadpool.
We know that a knockout happens when the brain shakes inside the skull and slams the walls. When you lack power, there are two things that matter the most and can cause knockouts. First is accuracy. You need to target the area that gives you the highest chance of causing that brain shake. That target is the jaw. A strike to the jaw can cause that rotation of the head, which increases the chance of the brain hitting the walls. Another important thing about accuracy is that if you're using a punch for the knockout, the punch should land on your knuckles for maximum force delivery, ideally the two largest ones. Besides accuracy, timing is the next crucial thing. The perfect moment is when there's a clean opening and when the opponent doesn't see the strike coming. When someone expects a punch, the brain automatically contracts the muscles around the neck and the jaw to absorb the impact and stabilize the head. But when the shot is unexpected, that protection isn't there. So the head moves freely, and even a light strike can cause a knockout. So, now that we understand how a knockout can happen when we lack power, the question becomes, how can we create these openings and land an unexpected, accurate shot? That's where Fight IQ comes in. There are many ways to do this, and you can use many smart tricks, but I'll give you two general tricks you can use.
I got one. Dive into that motherfucking kneecap. That's what you do. Yes, sir. Yes. Not the back one, the front one. You gotta keep his attention up here. And then dive into that motherfucking kneecap. Like, you gotta put your whole shoulder in it. Don't put your face right there, because a lot of y'all kept on talking about some. You gonna knee you in the face that you don't put your face right there, slow man. Duh. Dive into that whole shoulder first into the no. All
right. Trick 1. Changing patterns.
Yup, I know one. You make him think you finna dive into his kneecap. Then you hit him in. Alright.
In fights, repeated patterns can shape your opponent's behavior. If you keep throwing the same combo or attack, the opponent subconsciously, or sometimes consciously, adapts to it. That's exactly what you want. Once the pattern is established and they form a habit of defending it, you suddenly break the pattern and land an unexpected shot. In this example, the opponent was receiving body shots throughout the fight. So he got used to receiving body shots and formed a certain reaction. But at the end, the pattern suddenly changed, and instead of a body shot, a high kick landed.
And that boy down for the count.
Trick 2. Using anticipated reactions. This trick means you make a move that you know will trigger a specific reaction from your opponent, and you use that anticipated reaction to land a clean shot. This requires observing your opponent and understanding his defensive habits so you can predict his moves. Here's an example. If you notice that your opponent always slips to one side when you throw a cross, you can use this predictable reaction to your advantage. For instance, you can fake a cross punch, and when he slips and bends his body to avoid the punch, you use that opening to land a high kick.
I understand. Or you can go and make him think that you finna dive into his kneecap and then dive into his face. No,
understand how knockouts can happen when you lack power, and you have two Fight IQ tricks to knock someone out.
Yeah.
Now here are two other things you can integrate to your training to improve your knockout rate. First is accuracy training. Put small target points on your heavy bag and train yourself to hit the exact spots with your knuckles. You can train your leg kicks the same way. This is a very effective way to train accuracy. The next thing you can do is training your Fight IQ. Most beginners spar on autopilot. Stop doing that and pay attention to patterns and habits so you can understand your opponent and outsmart him. In each sparring session, pick one of the two tricks you learned and consciously apply them. Over time, you'll get better at this and develop your fight IQ, which can lead to knockouts when combined with accuracy.
I ain't finna read that. You could have put an AI, well, the whole voice is AI. You could have got me. Well, that's a summary of the whole video anyway. So that's gonna do it for this video. Like I say, bro. Hold on, give me a second. Yeah. If somebody think that you're gonna hit them in the face, they're gonna block their face. Now, if you make somebody think you finna dive into their kneecap shoulder first, they gonna try to get out of the way. Boom, face open. Bow. No. Alright. Look, that's gonna do it for this video. I'm gonna catch y'all in the next one. Eat fruit, get some mayons. If you have to fight, do what you gotta do, but try to avoid fights. Especially if you grown. Cause jail. You know. But definitely practice. Don't be somebody out here that can't defend themselves. And even if you somebody that can't defend themselves and you walk around with a gun, oh, I got a gun. Practice with that too. There's a lot of people out here that just can't wait to get in something, or don't expect to get in something, and then they end up in a situation and they just let Jesus take the wheel. Like, come on, bro. You gotta. It's hard to differentiate welcoming that energy versus preparing for the situation. I know, but it's better to be safe than sorry. It's better to be prepared than unprepared, and then you end up a victim. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, to each their own. Do what y'all want to do. Everybody got their own thing. Just know you're gonna eat. I'm gonna have your kneecap, and if that don't work, I'm gonna punch in your. And then if that don't work, your kneecap, your shoulder ain't the worst thing your kneecap got to worry about. Ha! All right, catch y'all in the next one.